to play.
Well, didn't you see the end of VCU's practice yesterday? Everyone was going after loose balls. They don't give up on plays.
With a nice touch. Welcome to Portland. It's the Buckeyes and the Rams. Ohio State and VCU. 7-point game.
How about this back-to-back baskets by D'Angelo Russell? Let's see if Dad Mata may have drew something up for the
great pass.
And I guess
and that allows Russell to get wide open.
Jared Guest has just checked in for VCU. Williams is back off the bench. Johnson covering on top. Here is Williams now as he watches Shannon Scott. McDonald, little fake, and the try for Ohio State. Get the steal.
My goodness, how long are those arms? How did he come up with that?
Inspector Gadget.
Plastic man.
Scott, Williams a screen. Scott will wheel. He'll find Loving. It was. But the defense right there for the Rams. Scott across the lane. Russell off balance. Oh, he nails the shot from out.
Well, he was throwing it towards Ohio State's basket,
yes,
but that was the only wide open guy.
Russell with 26. Brooks is on him. Screen by Loving. The double comes on him. Shot clock at 19.
Every time Russell comes off a screen and roll, they're going to switch.
See, and Loving's got to get himself in position where he can do some damage.
Scott. Bates. Burgess is back in the game with Melvin Johnson. Williams. Here's Brooks defending the driving Russell. Scott is on top. We're approaching 7 to play. Russell will slash. The burst inside, the lost ball, and then he puts it up.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It was a tough shot, but Johnson was able to use his quickness to get to the basket against Loving.
Well, this is a 6'5" and under game right now. And who's going to win with those type of athletes? The best player on the floor is that man right there, D'Angelo Russell.
Good looking rebound, Tate. Going.
Well, anything you can do, I can do better, Mr. Russell. Nice answer there by Doug Brooks.
Virginia Commonwealth is plus 6 points beyond the arc. They're plus 7 rebounds. And it's a 3-point game. An open lane.
You'd have told me.
Ohio State. They've got Scott and Tate and Russell and Thompson and Amir Williams on the floor.
Amir Williams has the advantage down low. There's no one who can guard him. And if they're not going to throw him the basketball, get in position at the offensive end to get an extra possession for your team.
Yeah, get down there on the block.
Yeah, they can't keep you off the glass.
Russell into Brooks.
And you go to a zone, you're not necessarily trying to, you're not worried about three-point shooting. What you want to do is get a team that's moving very well to stand, and that's what happened.
Scott, long three. He's got 10.
As a coach, sometimes you got to gamble. I love when a coach doesn't call timeout to allow the other team to come up with a defensive struggle and a defensive identity.
So with the ball, Scott out there with Thompson and Russell and Tate. They go, what a pass! What a pass inside! That's the rim shake.
If I'm Thad Matta, season's on the line here, I got to go with my best lineup. I bring back Jayshawn Tate in that smaller lineup so you can go man-to-man and switch everything.
Russell. And go!
To the court here. Quote, kill or be killed.
You know, Rachel, he's compiled books of those kind of sayings, and I know that he's got experience deep into this tournament from the past.
Absolutely. Guys say they don't know what quote they're going to get. They usually don't have to do with basketball. He'll also talk to them about famous literary
games in 4 days. to advance to this. In the regular season in the A-10, they were 4th with a record of 12-6, and away we go.
There's the man-to-man defense. Doug Brooks, number 5 in white, is matched up against D'Angelo Russell.
Beautiful look away. Scott inside to Amir.
Of course, that's their reputation. They force turnovers and they convert those turnovers into baskets.
And obviously that number is down in steals. The last 3 years, this VCU Rams team led the nation in steals, obviously without the...
Shannon Scott trying to get it by midcourt. The defense of Jaquan Lewis is right there.
Tell you what, I am loving the pressure here from VCU defensively.
Tate, the look away. Thompson comes with it.
If you're Shaka Smart, you did not want that coming out of that timeout. Williams had a wide open 3-point shot in that corner.
Can't pass that one up.
No.
Winner this one will take on Arizona. Good pocket pass. It went inside to Williams. Tournament had 17 points and a double-double. Williams and Mo Cox. Big man against big man.
This should be a travel.
Of course, that's their reputation. They force turnovers and they convert those turnovers into baskets.
And obviously that number is down in steals. The last 3 years, this VCU Rams team led the nation in steals, obviously without the... What's the significance of 43, Daniel?
It was just the number when we got new uniforms in high school when I was a sophomore. That was my number, so I just kept it.
Okay. It was 10 off the Rolling Rock number. Which, by the way, is brewed in Latrobe. Here is Russell with the triple.
I don't think Burgess ever saw, I don't think the Ohio State guy ever saw Burgess coming. Williams was worried about Lewis.
Russell back in. Williams is back in the pivot for the Bucks. 10.5 to play in the half.
But this defense is totally disrupted. Anything offensively Ohio State is trying to do the last 2 possessions.
Loving's going to have to be more aggressive once they break this trap.
Loving 3.
And it was a blow. So understanding that Shaka Smart had to regroup with Jaquan Lewis.
It has sputtered a little bit.
But again, they're a +8 in rebounding. Obviously, Mo Cox has 7 of those.
Russell is screen. Tate to Scott. Nice defense there by Burgess. Tate. Oh, he was coming.
Attention, VCU is attending towards him. Shannon Scott had a wide open avenue right down the lane.
And Scott has been very effective driving the ball at the basket throughout the game.
Lewis.
Valerio is long. And this freshman, skinny, long, athletic. Kind of player I like.
One of the highest rated high school players to enroll at VCU. Mo Cox outside. Graham with a 3. Scoreless their last 13 possessions. They have really hit a cold spell as they send freshman Jonathan Williams to the bench.
Well, whatever Deontay Weber's telling him over there, it's working.
Yes. Feeding off his good mojo, man. He's a guy that has not lost any spirit. He led college basketball individually in steals for a couple years. Terrific player.
Ohio State in a zone defense.
Oh, Williams just took it away.
High pressure up front. Will they fall back into that 2-3 zone? The last 2 possessions offensively for VCU. They're pretty good defensively for Ohio State. I mean, it's simple.
He's got 12.
He's got talent. He's good, Dan.
And look at the run by the Buckeyes in a 1-point game. Dean Smith, first African-American player that Smith brought to North Carolina to play, and play he did.
Shooting threes. Shannon Scott can get that three-pointer that he took before early in the shot clock. He can get that anytime. You got to move the ball a little bit and find Russell. Russell's really got to get rolling, and it seems like he started.
And Graham out there for the Rams, and inbounding Jordan Burgess. That is the VCU 5. Oh, what a great lunge right there by Russell, who keeps it for Ohio.
D'Angelo Russell misses 2 or 3 free throws.
4 for 12 from the line or the bucket.
Here's a 76% free throw shooter. Larrier, Moali Cox, and a long shot will go. That is, Donald is now checked in for the Bucks. Loving and Tate, Russell and Scott, the Ohio State 5. With the ball now, Jaquan Lewis to Brooks. Lewis will shimmy. Brooks. Brooks the 3. Got it!
Is ultra white hot there for D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, the ball wasn't really thrown to him very well, and he sort of was rushed and under pressure, and it still went right in.
He's got Ohio State up now by 6. He's got 19 for the game. Good looking shot out.